What's up, everyone? Fabio here with 40 Below Gaming. Tonight we're supposed to do some airbrushing, but instead we are going to do some converting, doing some Necron conversions tonight. I saw some pretty wicked stuff online, and I now have the parts myself to actually do it. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to give this a go. You guys get to watch it all unfold before your very eyes. So, I don't know if my volume's working. I don't know who's watching. Can you hear me? Rory, can you hear me? Okay, what's up, Kane? No, I just started. So like I just said, tonight's episode is going to be about, what's going up in May. And instead of airbrushing tonight, I'm going to do some converting. I've got a Necron conversion project I'm going to work on. I think I've acquired all the bits I need, so I'm really excited about this one. It's going to be an excellent, I'm hoping it's going to be an excellent conversion. Just going to put my airbrush stuff away here. Get it out of the way, don't want to wreck anything. Okay, so the basis of this conversion is a monolith. So I just acquired one. It's brand new. So it's going to work. I think it'll work perfectly for this project. I'm just trying to find a picture of the model that I've decided to... Oh, did I not save it? Oh, man. So, it's a Necron conversion, obviously. So this is what I'm building it off of. So there's 3 parts to this thing. So, the first part, let's see if you can see this here, this is the cockpit. So it looks like a TIE fighter. And then from that, so keep that in mind, and then we're going to this bad boy. So it is going to be a Necron TIE fighter. So the way this is going to happen, so I'm going to keep referencing this picture for ease, but it's going on air. Yep, I'll be there on the 30th. Absolutely. So all this stuff, don't need it. Well, not for me anyway, so put that aside. So basically the way this works is these pieces need to be, this one and this one need to be cut up, and then I need to do a lot of work with converting. So this is going to be pretty complex, but I'm hoping I can pull this off. So, yeah, what I want to do first is build up, get these wings kind of going. So, I'm gonna start with these 2 pieces. Gonna grab my clippers here. We need the bone saw, absolutely. This thing's gonna be clutch today. I got my Dremel ready to go to smooth out some stuff. I've got magnets ready to go. On the ready. What else am I gonna need? Gonna need my bag of bits, plus all my trays of bits here. So I've got a few pieces that I think I can work into this already that were busted projects. So I've got these bits of cron that I think I can turn into the front and back part of this cockpit if I play my cards right. So that's cool. I've got, what else? What other pieces do I need? I'm missing one piece, one very important piece. That front piece for the cockpit. I don't remember where I put it. I'm pretty sure I've got it in here somewhere. But I'm not too worried because I'm not going to do the cockpit today. Today is going to be today's going to be the wings. I'm definitely going to work on the wings today because once those are done, then you know, we kind of work with that. So I'm gonna need most of these bits, so I'm gonna move these up here to the forefront. Got all my 8th edition notes from all the stuff that's been leaking all over the place. So I'm sure people are gonna be talking about that on the stream, and I definitely want to engage in that chatter. So I've got my drill bits on the ready. Oh, there's my clippers. Good. So we're gonna start with that. Oh, getting some messages. Oops. Okay, so first of all, let's take these off the sprue. And even if I mess up, whatever, it's a monolith. I have a million of them. It will be terrain. No big deal. Okay, so let's move this stuff out of the way because it's not going to be needed right now, or at all for that matter. So, like, remember, this is basically what you're looking at on the wings, except I'm going to have to slice this down on here and here. They're going to fold in a bit, and this whole section, I think it's deleted if I'm not mistaken. Let me just take a double look. Yeah, pretty close. So we're gonna be getting rid of, yeah, a pretty good chunk of this actually. Some more over here. Spicy, spicy. Very excited. Okay, so this down, I guess. Here we go. Sorry, the camera's definitely gonna. The camera's definitely shake. So that's okay. So apologize for the shaky camera, but that's the beast I'm working with when it comes to. So the biggest thing here nice. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, the suspense is really felt when the camera is shaking like a crazy. I think this bone saw thing is dulled out on me because it's not cutting the same anymore. That's really concerning. So I'm just trying to think how I want to execute this. I think this is always a tricky part, trying to figure out. I just need. So definitely have some busted pieces here, but oh, there it is. This is what I needed. This connection. Oh, are we back? I think we're back. That was weird. Sorry about that. Connection was taking a poop. All right. So we're back. So what I was just saying was have some busted pieces, but that's okay because they allow me to just kind of gauge depth and stuff. I think I definitely want to cut this part out. So I just gotta. Gotta work on this. That's I definitely want to get cut. Get cut. Oh, that's why. Ha! Nailed it. Okay. So this is going to be tricky, but I got my Fat Max ninja knife here, so I'm just going to open it up, take out a blade, pop, drop, and lock it, like so, and give this thing shit. That is what we're going to be doing today. By the way, if anybody can share the video, yeah, keep track of your fingertips. Super glue, very important, have it on the ready. If someone can share this video with the War Council and maybe the Brandon page and stuff, that'd be sweet. All my devices are currently occupado, but yeah. So right now I'm just gonna try and mark up everything to where it needs to be cut. And then hopefully not cut myself in the process. Oh no. Okay. So if I can score this enough, hopefully it might give. Unlikely though. So with all conversions, you got to find something that gives you an idea or sparks interest, because without the interest, if you're just trying to make a conversion just for the sake of it, it never works out. Fortunately, I've been collecting enough Necrons that I have all these pieces at my disposal, so it definitely helps get this party started. So you're already kind of seeing what's going to happen. This thing's going to flex and be my wing. Oh, thank you so much, Ovi. That is wicked. Guys, thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it. Just kinda... But yeah, so while we're just kind of getting started, may as well go through the list of things I have to let everybody know about for the month of May. So Dusty Auspex. Okay, so Dusty Auspex. Every Thursday. Don't miss out. This week, we're going to be talking with Mike and Christian with Astronomicon. It's another 40K, more narrative-esque event that they do here in the city. They did in Toronto. They used to do in Vancouver as well. Recently, they've kind of stopped a little bit. They've kind of taken a step back. But I have a good feeling that with the coming of 8th edition, I have a feeling they are going to be back and they're going to do something amazing. And you can guarantee that 40 Below will be behind them and try and push what they're doing, because the narrative side of this game is not really for me, but I know there's a lot of people that enjoy it. So, like I said, we're here for the community, so we will definitely be supporting, and it will be an event that I actually get to participate in, which is very sweet. So yeah, Dusty Auspex, we're going to be talking with Astro this Thursday. We're also going to be going through, Kyle and I are going to be on, we're going to be talking about 8th. We're going to go through what's kind of happened this week. We're going to go through, some of our speculations. We're going to just chat with the group that are following and tuning in. So make sure to be talking back. It's going to be total communication back and forth. We're going to have some fun. Tuesday, May 2nd, we've got monthly gaming at Reset. So it's going to be 40K, so be sure to get out your lists. Planes of War is coming up at the end of May, 27, 28. So you're going to want to, get your practice in, tweak your lists, stuff like that. So that's coming on May 2nd. We also have monthly gaming on May 21st at Reset as well. That's all games, so Armageddon, you can play some Blood Bowl, you can play your Age of Sigmar, your 40K, whatever you want. We've got the tables, you can play it. Even had some guys playing, not Malifaux, Infinity last time, which was really sweet. So if you guys want to come out, absolutely by all means. And big one this month, new store carrying GW products, Hidden City Comics. We're gonna have a open gaming and demo day on May 13th from like 9 a.m. till about 2 p.m. So it's an early day, so you can get them in, you can get some gaming in, bring the kids, you know, let them do some demo gaming, you know, get a free Space Marine kind of thing, and then they will, and then you can go about your day because it ends early. It's not a whole, it's an early day event. We'll have the terrain, you know, we'll have some models there people can push around. We'll try and get some Armageddon, you know, just going, whatever. So that'll be sweet. So to recap the month of May, we've got Dusty Aspects every Thursday. We've got monthly gaming on the 2nd of May. We have open gaming and demo day at Hidden City Comics on May 13th. Then we have monthly gaming Sunday edition on the 21st. And to wrap up the month, we've got the POW GT on the 27th and 28th of May. So it's a crazy month, lots of stuff happening, a little more than probably even I anticipated, but it's going to be sweet. So definitely don't miss out. It'll be a good time. Yeah. So that's that. So let's get back to this, because this is the bread and butter right here. This is the meat and potatoes of this episode. Oh, I'm stealing Rory's lines. Sorry, Rory. Oh, okay, so apparently we are not doing any more broadcasts until after the NHL playoffs. So what that means, folks, is I'd like to retract everything I said about every Thursday. But what this means is there might be a little more hobby time coming from myself, maybe from Rory, from our Fortresses of Solitude that are our basements / spare bedrooms / where we do our hobby. So stay tuned for that. I don't know how to cut this very easily due to the fact that I cannot get... Oh, there we go, just commit. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, we're getting messages on the phone, getting messages on the watch. Oh, crazy month, crazy month. Okay, boom, look at that. Oh, shit. Looking like a TIE fighter wing. So then what we're kind of going to end up doing is something like this. So we have our gun barrels sitting in like that. Okay, man, that's a long drive for a Tuesday event starting at... It starts at like 5:30 p.m. I mean, you're definitely welcome to join us, but that's a long drive for a day. But if you want it, man, power to you. I won't tell you can't. Like butter. Cool. So that's one wing. I don't know about that, buddy. Easy, easy. Okay, so what I need to figure out is how they do the... Okay, so I'm not going to be able to do the interior of these on account of I need some material. I might be able to go to Plasticart, actually. We'll see. What did they do to fill in those gaps? Is there ones that don't have? No, they all do, actually. So we're going to have to do some work on these. We're going to have to do some Plasticart work, but that's okay. Very exciting. So you know what? I'm going to reconvene on this because I'm not going to be able to get much of this done. So I'm going to put these to the side for a moment, for a few moments. So this, the cockpit here, we've got to figure out how this is going to all come together. This is the exciting part because this really ties it all together. So this is going to be important. Oh, let's scroll back up to this cockpit and see how they did it. Okay, so I only used 3 spider bits, which I used more because this was done ahead of time. But look at that. Oh, they just popped right off because it just stuck together with green stuff. So we're going to quickly peel off this green stuff. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. All right, all right. So let's clear out some of these. I love when a plan comes together. Look at that. There's 5, and one more is 6. Look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, so the way they did this is they put some backwards. I feel like this bit is too small. I feel like there's another one. Necrons have a second one that's larger, and I feel that's the piece I need here that I do not have. Let's see here. How can I do this? We got bits coming out our butt, but we don't have the right bit. Alright, let's see what we got here. So what you start to see with converting, you get a lot of time to just kind of like sift through your bits and kind of see what you can come up with. It's kind of the beauty of it. It's just a real freestyle, quite literally. You don't really know what you're gonna come up with, but that's kind of that's part of the fun of converting, at least for me, is you have an idea in mind and you're gonna try and go for it, but in the end you don't know if it's gonna work. Lots of shields. I feel like I could use the shields for something. So yeah. If I do this, interesting. All right. Okay, so we need. We have 4 of these that sit on those points. 4 that sit on those points. Okay, so we have 3. This is the tricky part, guys. Like this is where, you know, this you just don't know if this is gonna work. On account of trying to follow someone else's model is very tricky. So we're gonna go for it. Let's clean this up a bit. So what we need, let's see if these are actually cut right now or not. Okay, so thinking we're gonna need 4 of these, just cut out a bit. So this is always the tricky part, right? Like I'm just trying to line parts up and hopefully it works. There's no telling what's gonna happen really until, you know, the end. But high risk, high reward, I guess. So I'm going to keep going with it. So this should sit flush right there. Okay. So it's 1. So because I can't get my knife in this part properly, I'm making little slits in the plastic, and then I can cut across to get rid of them a lot easier. See? Boom. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Cool. Come on, guys. The best I did for comments and views was like 30 views and like over 200 comments. So let's Spread the news. Share the live stream. Let's get some people in here. Let's get some chatter about maybe even like the 8th edition stuff. Oh, that's exciting. I don't need to watch me just convert because it's gonna be. I don't really know what's gonna happen. I know there's been a lot of talk on the council page today, which has been sweet. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Oh my god, you guys, whoops. Didn't even have it on my... So you guys have been looking at my head while I've been trying to do this, sorry. Whoopsies. That's hilarious. Not really. Alright. Here we go. So yeah, like I'm just scoring my pieces just enough. And then you just cut across them and all the little pieces flake out. Clean it really nice. Really simple. Okay. I'm scared using all these bits and all these resources for this, especially when I'm gonna be doing some more Necron Knights soon, but it's okay. Just have to get more bits. Cool. Dude, do a flip. Alright, so those 4 are there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit 8 though. I don't know how he did it with 6. That was crazy. I guess he just chopped off these little pieces so that nothing... Okay, well. So I guess the next step... So I think for this one, we're gonna go ahead and use female Necrons. Female Necron's gonna pilot this bad boy. Typically, TIE fighters aren't known to hit very well, so and they steer like crazy people. So I figure it's appropriate. Okay, so. See you next. Oh, that's how they do it. They only put 3 because they have those pieces sitting at the side. So they use these bits and they plug into the sides. Saw another really cool conversion today for Necrons. It was very impressive, I must admit. Oh, this is a spider, not a need. Well, that's interesting. Thought I had the right bits out, but it appears I don't. I gotta find them. Sorry. Is that stuff I need? So guys, this is always the fun part. Like you just never know what's gonna happen. You know, you're trying to improvise on the spot. It always seems like you have the wrong pieces out at the wrong times. So it's always, converting's always a challenge. Yeah, so I don't recall. That's hilarious. There's like a couple pieces I'm looking for, but I can't find them. So I don't know. I'm gonna see what I got here. Honestly, Kane, I do not follow fluff. I do not. I'm not really big into that. It's not why what really draws me to the game. So I don't know. If someone else knows, feel free to comment. but I do not. So that goes there. And this should go. Oh no, it's the same side. What wizardry is this? Oh, there we go. There's the other side. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we need blue. Blue. What did I do with blue? That's a problem. That'd be the worst if I lose my glue now. So, guys, I seem to have misplaced all my glue. That is a real problem. I may have to end up going to airbrushing because I have no idea where I put my glue. Wow, that is awesome. What a great start to this podcast. Let me tell, or this live stream. Let me tell you, just killed it tonight. All right, guys. So, see here first. I have literally lost my glue. I have 2 bottles somewhere. I can't seem to find either of them. So, we are going to have to, we do not know where they are. So we're going to resort to, we're going to go to airbrushing tonight, which really sucks. But, don't worry, at least I know that I will get this stuff lined up and ready to go for next cast. So I'm going to quickly toss, oh my god, so many good bits here. Oh, very excited. Very, very excited. No, yeah, I'm not writing this story right now. Oh my god, he put it in me. So I might see a bunch of... Yeah, there's like, some old god that kind of just tricked them or whatever. Like this, don't get me wrong, the backstory stuff, it's good and it's exciting, but it's just not for me. So, if it's interesting to somebody, that's great, because not for me. Okay, so we're going to put this all back up here where all my hobby projects lay. Get these out of the way. I'm going to close up this X-Acto before I drop it on my toe and kill myself. Ooh, that sucked. Alright, so well, it's been some fun hobby time with you guys. I'm glad got to see me literally muck up that bad, but that's alright. So, I'm going to quickly switch gears here and get ready to do some airbrushing. The airbrush out, water in position. So basically, what we're going to do tonight is I had a lot of... Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the original plan and airbrush tonight, which is not what I want to do, but that's okay. So I have a bunch of warriors that need to get the rods ready to go. So I'm going to do that right quick. Oh, we're good. Okay. Almost wiped out there. That could have been fun. Okay, let's move the garbage. Oh, no, actually, I still need this garbage here, so we're going to go ahead and move it. We're going to switch out the plugs for the right units. Okay. So, don't worry, they're just Necrons. So basically what we're doing is, this is what I need them to look like. Let's let me focus. So basically it's just the white. The rod has to be white before I apply a color to it. So there's a squad that I have ready to go, and then I have a bunch of guys that are still primered and rusted, but no white. So I've got a whole bunch. So I'm just going to take a few more minutes here, get ready, get them all out in the bed ready to go. Really move some of this stuff out of the way, but I need it all, so. Almost 100 warriors that are ready for airbrushing. So I'm not going to get them all done right now. I want to just get a good chunk of them done. I also want to do some of my annihilation barges. So we do that. Pull them out. So I've got. So now we're going to power through 2 spiders, 5 annihilation / command barges, and what, 3, and like, probably about 30 warriors. So with an airbrush, makes everything really easy. Yeah, airbrush makes everything go super quick. Obviously, the intent isn't like to just speed through it, but you know, when it's stuff that's very simple, it just definitely helps. Definitely helps. All right. That's that. Put this away. All right. So all the models I need to get done tonight are ready to go. Oh, can't believe I almost bailed. That was awesome. Okay, so I don't need that. So my first color, let's turn on the compressor, let it get ready to go. Cool. Typically when I do my airbrushing, I remove some of the parts of my airbrush because they're not needed. Make sure it's looking fresh. Put that back. I'm gonna grab a glove. Oops, grab a glove. Take off the watch because the watch does not need to get ruined on account of hobbying. Here we go. Okay, so for this step, it is literally getting everything, putting white on everything. Because ultimately what's going to happen is these colors that I'm going to use afterwards to make glowing effects on the models, that's loose. I need it to be vibrant, so if it goes on obviously a dark color, it doesn't. It's not nearly as good as if I'm doing it on white. So throw some of the bigger stuff here. So one spider's already white, so that's perfect. This one is not perfect. Actually, I missed some spots on that one too. So we're gonna pull the 2 spiders out. Put them. Ooh, man, I'm just killing it tonight. That was an open bottle. That's awesome. Man, we're just not having a good. We're not having a good go tonight. This was destined to not be a good stream, but that's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Everything can be cleaned up. We're not too worried. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys got to see that. Okay, so the nice thing about this airbrush paint is it's already watered down enough, and being a base coat, it just applies really nicely. So, without further ado, so there we're just picking our spots where we want a little bit of a glow effect, and that's why I don't like putting models together before airbrushing. I like sub-assemblies. Because it makes this sort of stuff a lot easier. That's okay. The nice thing is too, and it's not about dousing the model in, like dousing it in white. It's just getting a little bit to make the background color just a little lighter. See, you can hardly tell. It's just literally a little bit lighter to make the other colors pop a little better. So this one I didn't. And then over time, you'll also kind of get used to where your gun angle, so you know when you start shooting at your model where the paint's going to land, which is what's important. Just going to clean off the tip a bit here. Find naturally over time there's a little bit of buildup that you'll get on the tip of your needle. Just always have something nearby, whether it be a paper towel or heater cleaner to get rid of that. Okay, so I'm gonna get this guy off his base. So these guys, not a whole lot I want to do to them. I want to light up the lights up top. Center. Fortunately, again, these weren't done in sub-assemblies, so I can't quite get everything I want, but I have so many of them that typically the only time I'd be using all these extra ones that I have is, in massive games where, to be honest, missing out on some of these little parts is not the end of the world. But pet peeve of mine personally is to always have all your models built in sub-assemblies and pre-planned for your object source lighting. How we doing, everybody? Who we got? Kaney still with us? Who else is here? Rory? I don't know. Am I just all alone? You guys all missed out on me crashing? Shit. Wicked. Well, at least someone got to see me in action tonight. All right. So here's another trick. So for these models, you see how I'm making this spot here glow? Well, guess what that means? That means what's going to be sitting on top of it, which is this spot, this light source should be able to shine up in here and light it up. So I know that ahead of time, which is why sub-assemblies is so important. So now what I'm going to do is hit in here with the white, just lightly. That way, I remember when I start to put these guys together that I have to make sure whatever color I choose to put on that barge, I got to make sure that it's shining through underneath that unit there. This one I think I missed, yeah. All right, so this one's that part is looking good. Sub-assemblies. Dude. Did I get it? Oh my god, I'm such a turkey. So worried about the underside. I missed the top side. That was a rookie move. It's okay. So I don't know who's in here. I don't know what people are up to. But 8th edition. Not sure what everyone else feels, but I have to admit I am extremely excited. It is literally, there's a lot of things that I think are going to be great about it. Just like everything, I don't think it's going to be perfect, but I definitely think they're going to do some great stuff with 8th. I mean, I have a lot of hope. A lot of hope. So we'll see. Yep, got it. Forgot that one. Kevin, what's going on? Yeah, I seriously think 8th is gonna be so good. Like I'm just excited for some change in general, just to change up the flavor, change up, you know, the meta a bit. Let people bring out some new models. Like, yeah. I think a lot of the problem is right now, a lot of people are just kind of fear mongering on the web, and people are getting trapped in that. But it's just gotta stay positive because there's a lot of good shit coming. Like just the fact everything's gonna be able to, I think the power level of every army is gonna be, not equal, but a lot more balanced. That in itself just makes me really happy. Like there are some armies that I just want to see on the table more, and I'm just very excited for that to happen. This guy over, I'm running out of space over here now that everything's kind of pulling everything apart. Let's go. Oh, that was that time. Let's do that before I forget. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think there'll still be a matter of, what points you want to play. Like, there's a narrative and there's two different point systems, right? There's one that's narrative and one that's more for organized play. So, I mean, that will definitely come into play in terms of what kind of game you want to play. But other than that, it will be good. Yes, but you can ultimately bring what you want, especially when everything can damage everything. Then that means there's a lot more versatility in what you bring and what you use. There's different synergies, stuff like that. You don't have to you don't have to rebuy the codexes. There's one main rulebook that's going to have a lot of the core rules, and then from there, I think there will be like a small supplement for each army, including some new armies apparently. But yeah, like there's a couple new armies that are going to be released on the day of release, which is crazy. I think honestly, if they drop Sisters of Battle, people would go nuts. But I feel it's gonna be like Chaos, and it's like Marines. But not that I'm complaining, because I would love to find a reason to not play Age of Sigmar still, and start going back to the Death Guard. But yeah. So if anybody's in a chat, tell Kyle to post what his information on the 40 Below Gaming page. So like, you know, a few drops of white in the airbrush, just like I've done all that, and I still have a little bit left. So I'm gonna keep going here. The white, gotta get everybody whited out. Super simple. So, boom, that's it. That's all it is. Just getting them whited, getting whited. Man, this is weird. Like I usually get their bases done first, and this is the last thing I do on my models. But I know all these models now are gonna get plucked off their bases. So. Let's move everybody up here. That needs to get sprayed. But yeah, like, I'm very excited to be able to play with more models. I mean, I have been pretty fortunate. I have been playing games. I think I've played with every model in the Necron army for over the last 2 years, which is great. Yeah. I'm doing it more because I want to change the way they look on their bases. I've kind of went back and forth on so many different looks that now it's time to pick one and just go with it. Oops, that was too heavy. All right. The nice part about having your models painted before doing the airbrushing, this white actually hits not every, like, things around the rod as well. And then when I hit it with a different color, it will sometimes, you know, spray out onto the model as well, which gives me that OSL. It, like, you can faintly see color sitting on the mod, like around the glowing rod. And it really just brings it all together. Yeah, Kevin, I know what you mean. I just got a new custom set of templates for Necrons, but I agree, it's for the best. There's been countless times where you see like an arrow pointing this, like straight this way, and like you'll see someone's like making their line, and it starts to just slowly deviate off, and you're just like, how does that happen? And so yeah, it's kind of funny, but. Not to mention, there's weapons like with like multiple barrages, and like it just takes people forever. So the fact that games will be sped up, I think, is really good. So I don't know about you guys, but I'd much rather have like I'd much rather be able to play 2 games in an evening in like 3 hours than 1 game in 3 hours. really excited that everything's going to wounds. Like seeing the dreadnoughts and stuff today going to like 8 and 9 and stuff. I think that's going to be good. Bum, bum, bum. Cool. So I literally did everything with that one round of white. Awesome. And I had just a little bit to spare. Cool. Very cool. So dropper. So I kind of go back and forth, kind of little power wash through the brush. And then your drains. Cleaned out. So the next step. How long would it take beginners to play 1850? We'll see. If he's starting, definitely, yeah. People that are just starting, don't start them at 1850. Like 500-point games, you know, starting them like a lord and a squad of whatever Marines or warriors or whatever. That's what you got to do. You got to get them to understand the process of the game, like the moving, the shooting, the assault phase, and then you build up. You build 500, then you go to 1,000. Watching while I paint up a Chaos War Shrine. Nice. Yeah, so again, don't start at 1850. Like, you want to build up. You want to start, yeah, like I said, 500, 1,000, 1,500. You know, let them, you know, work their way up. Well, if 1,000 works for him, then that's good. Like, I mean, that's where you play with them for a bit. You know, everyone likes, everyone's willing to play every point level. I personally, I don't know what my favorite is. 1,000's all right. I like the 1850 mark because it allows you to play with a few things. It allows you to do a little more. There's a little more flexibility. But if that's what he likes, man, like, then that's cool. Like, there's many ways to play this game. All right. So, what do I have for? Okay, so my annihilation barges currently are blues and greens, so we're pretty safe. So we're gonna go with a nice red one. We're gonna go with a nice red one. Lost my notes. A red one. We're gonna do purple. We're gonna do a yellow. No, orange doesn't look good. And I say orange doesn't look good only because it's on orange rust, so it just doesn't pop the same way. What else we got here? Got greens. I guess I could do a green one. Those are. Yeah, I should do a green one because I have one green one, so I should probably do a second one. So the green. That will be 4. We have 5. So we have 2 blue. We have 2 green. We'll see what color looks good, and we'll kind of maybe work with that. This is supposed to be faster. So if an hour and a half for 1,500-point game, you know, that's usually about, I think, probably 1,000 points right now is an hour and a half game. So you're going at 500 points in the same amount of time. So 2 hours, you know, 2 hours you should be able to get 1850 no problem, which would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's too soon to tell. I mean, right off the start, your games are going to be slow, so I would never go with those numbers. But I think if you play enough, any game can be fairly quick. All right, so I'm going to start with the purple. We're going to do, actually, we're going to do a spider in purple, and we're going to do a barge in purple. So, let's see what happens here. So we put 6 drops in. I think that might be too much, but we'll see. Alright, so we'll start with the spider. So the idea is to cover up the white, obviously. And as I mentioned earlier, the whole purpose of the white is to just allow your color to pop a little more. What's going on, Tom? 1 a.m. in the UK. Why are you not at a bar? So for those of you who don't know, Tom is our New Zealand buddy. I guess he's out in the UK partying or whatever, gallivanting. No, just kidding. He's another English bloke. He's our only English guy for now, because Wes is away, so he's holding down the fort. Boom. You can see, you're just getting color. I've even got some purple on the underside because of the OSL from this part. Nothing open. Oh, I guess it's like, what is it today? Oh, today's like Tuesday, so I guess it's Wednesday for you there, but still. Neat. All right. So that is our purple barge. Looks good. I like it. I like that purple. That purple looks really good with this rust for some reason. It's not on the opposite side of the color wheel, but it works. We've got a little more purple left. What do we do? Do we go with another one? No. No. I think I want to do 2 red ones. Okay, a little bit left. Nothing crazy. gunk build up. Get rid of that quickly. Fine. Sorry, just gonna do this for a second. All right, there we go. That back up. Nice. Yeah, you guys should plug in. Sweet. All right, let's open the next one. So the purple barge is, well, not complete, but one step closer to being complete. Move that back there. So we're gonna grab, what colors did I do my spiders? Red. Currently red and blue, so they'll go like yellow and green or something. Okay, so got one. So we're gonna do red next. So I think I'm gonna do 2 red barges. That one. This one. Let's do this one. So many choices. There. I think my compressor sounds loud just because of where it is. You can judge with where my mic is. So. So 10 driplets. Let's see what. Let's get this done. Tricky thing about red is it takes so much longer to get it built up right. Thoughts on 8th? Oh man, I'm excited about 8th. I think it'll be great. I think it's gonna be great. I have nothing but high hopes for 8th. Man, does that look sweet. Very excited about the red. That's good. So the red. The red, it's just nice and bright. So what I'll do with this now is I'll have to apply a red ink to it. So the ink darkens, so I just basically shoot around the glow closer to the edges, and it'll bring more color to it, and then I hit it with a white right in the middle of all the source lighting, and just brings it. It just pops. So those will be the steps at a later time. Right now, I just want to get some color on these models. Oops. Nailed it. Yeah, Andrew, it's so I know it's hard. It's just like, do I start building stuff now, or do I wait for rules to come out? If that's the army, like for me, I know this is the army I'm going to be predominantly playing, regardless of what rules, what comes out with the rules. So I'm just going to keep building stuff, like getting stuff ready to go. But yes, lots less bookkeeping, which is really important. Like I can't stress how much I'm excited about that. Yeah, Kevin, having the unit that assaults into combat, gets a strike first, like that is huge. Like that is, I cannot tell you how excited I am about that. Ooh, we have a lot of red left. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do a squad of warriors with red. Huh. I don't have red warriors yet. Well, Andrew, the big thing is the initiative isn't a thing, right? Like, yeah. So I'm not too familiar with the command perks thing. Like, I know in each phase you can use one, so it basically is a way of responding to something that's happening. So like I assume that you can, maybe cast a power or strike before the assaulting player or something. Like there'll be special abilities that can occur in certain phases. It hasn't really been said what they can be or what they can do. It's just that they are going to be a thing. Sorry, back to the implications of assaulting first. I don't think there are any implications per se. I think it's a good thing. I think, you know, the guys that are coming in, crashing into units should be able to assault first. They're not like, no, there's no way the guys that are standing still should respond first. Like even from a thematic standpoint, like when does that ever happen? Like even think about movies and stuff. Like no, that never happens. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we have 10 warriors. This is good. I mean, it's all speculation at this point, too, remember, so. We can always interpret everything how we want, but in the end, we'll see. Oh, you didn't see the red. So this little guy. It's hard to see if we can change this lighting a bit to help. So just, I mean, you can kind of see the red down here. It just really pops. So once that's done, I'm gonna hit it all with a wash. It'll hit the recesses, you know, darken the recesses up, so it'll give it a little more depth, and then you hit it with a white on top, just to give it a little more. Again, just adding to depth, just the brightest point. Still lots of work to do. I just want to get some color on these guys. Getting off so many models to the same point, I just really wanted to see some color. So what I am really excited for, I'm going to do some more knights. Oh my god, there's still so much red left. Holy moly. Oh wow, I don't want to waste this. Do I do more warriors in red? Oh, I guess I could. There's so many more to do. The dilemma, folks. The dilemma. Yeah, spray the wash on. So I use inks and washes. Vallejo inks and washes. They help darken things without actually you know, having to use so many layers of color. They just kind of, you can shoot them on, and they actually don't, you know what, screw it, I'm going to do more warriors. I don't want to waste this paint. You can hit a bunch of the model that's not, like, colored, and it doesn't hold. Like, it doesn't have as strong of a color. So it just works better. I just really like it. Especially the grimy look I go for, like I just find it works. I don't know. 4. What do we got here? P6. 3, 6, 9, 10. So you can get another 10 done. Gravity feed I find is better. My first airbrush was a siphon, and I find that it just, you know, it has so many more ways of screwing up and stuff. I have no way of justifying that. That's what I was told, so that's what I go with. Bum, bum, bum. Oh man, no one's played here. What's going on? Really thought I needed more paint to get these guys done, but looks like I don't. God, I think I can get the rest of these warriors done. Oh my god. So much for really colorful warriors tonight. Is going to be all red. Looks like. Oh, yeah, we're doing it. Screw it. Although we're short 2 warriors, but we got a million more, so it's all good. Whatever. Just get these done. Whoa. There we go. Yeah, Tom, I don't really know why. I just mean, like, just thinking of it logically, paint sitting higher than the air, it just falls into the air and comes out. Versus, you know, it hasn't to kind of be, I don't know, sucked up, I guess. I don't know many people that use a siphon anymore, so I mean, there's got to be some, you know, some logic to it. Well, I gotta admit, that was a... This red is amazing. This red actually lasts. Look at this. Red for days. Oh my god. Wow, that was amazing. Take it easy, Tom. Good to see you. Yeah, folks, I'm not going to be hanging around too much longer. I have 2 more barges, which means 2 more colors. And then I'm going to head out too. Got some other stuff I want to do. Got to eat, stuff like that. So. Clean that out. All right, so that's that. I think I said I wanted a yellow. So we're going to hit the yellow next. So GW paints not as good through an airbrush, unfortunately, as some of the others. So I definitely recommend using a thinner for if you're going to use GW paints, which is fine. The paint colors actually are quite nice. They're quite vibrant, which I really like. I'm big into the bright colors. I like putting a lot of color in my army. It's not necessarily the most aesthetic thing, but at least my opponents know what is affiliated with what squads. So I feel I do it more as a service to my opponent rather than me, but it works. So I think so we're gonna do yellow on this barge and this spider. So I'm gonna get the Rattata out. So the way I do it is a couple drops in the brush. Get the eyedropper, suck up some paint. Five drops, boom. Spit anything left in there. Clean out the dropper so it doesn't get ruined. Paint back, and then apply 1, 2 more drops. Oops. So we got 4 drops total. Absolutely, Andrew. The airbrush definitely does help me paint faster. You know, I don't use it for everything. Like, you still gotta go in with a brush afterwards, but getting your basics down, obviously, it's a lot quicker. I mean, even just look at what I've done tonight. I mean, I've gotten 5 barges and 28 warriors done. Oh, and 2 spiders. So I mean, that's quite a significant amount of models that have gotten done in, what am I at? An hour and a half, but I didn't even start by painting, right? So I think it's been close to an hour, and I've got about 500, 600, 7, 8, almost 1,000 points here painted, or tabletop ready at least, at very least. Boom, yellow is ready to go. So yes, it definitely helps you go faster. It definitely adds another dimension to your painting. I mean, I can base with this, I can do shadows with this, bigger models you can almost do entirely with an airbrush. It's crazy. So see, like the yellow, it's an amazing, like GW colors are bar none, like some of the most vibrant. So their pots are shitty and stuff like that for airbrushing, but whatever, you make do, right? Definitely more. Well, like 30 more seconds, and now I've got a really eye-catchy spider. Really like that yellow, actually. That was really nice. And that yellow, whew, that is nice. That is really nice. I like that a lot. Very happy with that. Find the biggest thing is like the big block colors, like before there was the airbrush, the can primer with different colors. What were you doing? Like everyone was brushing colors on their models, like with a brush. It just took forever. It was streaky. There's basically just one way to get rid of all those problems. It's just bar none. Super effective. Oh my god, I did it again. Too much paint. Dun, dun, dun. Man, I hate wasting paint. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Do I go with, I'm going to go with the, do I just do another yellow one? Yeah, you know what? Whatever. We're going to do another yellow one. Not the end of the world. I really like the yellow, so that's okay. Oh, I think I missed that spot. Oh, I did. Value. Cool. So, wasted a bunch of paint again. Hate doing that, but it happens. Nice thing, it's 4 drops, like it's not a lot of paint wasted. You probably waste more when you put it on like a dry palette. So, not the end of the world. Just I'd really try not to do that. Let's clean that out. It's good. Just actually get a little bit of index in the back end of that. We'll leave that for a second. So that's it for me tonight. I'm gonna get some other stuff done. I might come back and do some more later, but I'll be off stream obviously. So just to recap on what's happening, Dusty Auspex this Thursday, gonna be with Christian and Mike with Astronomicon. We're gonna probably go through some stuff with them, talk about their events, what they bring to the hobby as a whole, what they've got planned for the future, stuff like that. And then that will be our last Dusty Auspex podcast until after the NHL playoffs. So, you know, a month and a bit, plus or minus. We're also going to be talking about 8th edition. We're going to go through a lot of stuff. Kyle and myself, Scott, and a few other guys, we've been talking, kind of theory crafting what kind of stuff could be coming down the pipes based on what we know so far. So we're going to talk about that. So make sure to tune in so that way if you want to talk about some stuff, you want some questions answered, you want to give your 2 cents on what you think is going to happen, what you like, what you don't like, that's your time to do that. We definitely want to interact with the community, so definitely do that. We got monthly gaming at Reset, first Tuesday of the month, May 2nd. We also have it on May 21st, so both days at Reset. One is a Tuesday, second on the 21st is a Sunday. We've got open gaming and demo day at a new store that's going to be carrying GW product. That's May 13th, so 40 Below Gaming is going to be helping them out. We're going to bring some terrain. We're going to have a few tables going, Age of Sigmar and 40K. So bring down your stuff. Otherwise, bring people down that maybe you want to get them in the hobby to get a Space Marine, free Space Marine. Order with George there at Hidden City Comics. Great guy. He'll hook you up. And then at the end of the month, May 27th and 28th, we got the Planes of War GT. So 40 Below Gaming, one of our premier events. Right now we have 44 players that are probably going to be playing. It's usually capped at 40, but we're really trying to get those last few guys that are on the waiting list in the event. So that's coming. That's a 2-day event at the Holiday Inn by the airport on Ellis. So if you want to come down and check that out, see what a big tournament looks like, by all means. There's a lot of raffle prizes and stuff too. So if you want to pay a couple bucks, get some tickets, you don't have to be in the tournament to do that. But you have to be there to get the prizes. So yeah, that's a whole spiel for May. So remember, Dusty Auspex on this Thursday. Then we've got monthly gaming May 2nd, monthly gaming on 21st. So the 2nd and the 21st of May. We've got open gaming and demo day on the 13th of May at Hidden City Comics. Make sure to check out 40 Below Gaming Facebook page for all event details. Make sure to subscribe, like the page. Please, rate us. Put some kind words, what you like about what we're doing for the community. And at the end of the month, monthly gaming, the Plains of War GT 5-game, 2-day 1850 event, one of our premier events. Like I said, at that point, we're probably going to be going into 8th edition. So remember, Plains of War GT is 7th, no matter what. And then, after that, we'll probably be switching gears, going to 8th edition. So we've got, we're gonna throw a lot of stuff at you guys. We're gonna make sure we got all the rules for you. We're gonna help you out with that. We're going to, we're gonna do battle reports. We're thinking about stuff like league play. We're gonna do some narrative stuff. We're gonna do some more events. We got a lot of doubles events coming up in the tail end of this year. So you're gonna want to stay tuned for that. A lot of stuff, guys. Thanks again, but I'm out of here. Take care. Happy hobbying. May your dice roll 6s.